Jeffrey Epstein. The name alone sends a shiver down the spine of the global elite. He was more than just a wealthy financier and socialite. He was a gatekeeper to a secret world, a puppeteer pulling strings from behind a velvet curtain. His fall from grace was not just a scandal, it was an earthquake, an event that promised to expose a network of power, privilege, and unspeakable crimes, so vast and so chilling it could destabilize the foundations of society itself. Officially, he died by suicide in a Manhattan jail cell. That's the story we were told. But from the very beginning, that narrative felt hollow. It felt scripted. A man with secrets so dangerous, so valuable, and so deeply intertwined with the world's most powerful people simply ends his life in a jail cell. Tonight, we're going to peel back the layers of this carefully constructed lie. We will not just ask questions. We will demand answers. We are going to dive deep into the heart of the Epstein saga to uncover the truth about his secret blackmail list, a ledger so explosive it was a matter of life and death, and a key to understanding why Epstein's death might have been the most convenient solution for a world full of powerful, terrified men. Epstein's demise didn't solve anything. It just pushed the problem into the shadows. His death shocked the world because it happened at the precise moment he was most vulnerable and most dangerous. This wasn't just a criminal case. It was a ticking time bomb threatening to expose a global network of influence, corruption, and crimes against humanity. But who exactly was in that little black book? Why would someone risk everything to silence him forever? The story is so full of holes, it's less of a mystery and more of a confession. The official narrative is a masterpiece of misdirection, tragic suicide, a failure of the justice system, and a mystery now buried under a mountain of conspiracy theories. But for those who refuse to look away, the irregularities surrounding his death are not just anomalies. They are signposts pointing to a massive cover-up. From broken protocols and inexplicably missing camera footage to a mysteriously malfunctioning security system, the puzzle pieces simply do not fit the story we've been told. Epstein was reportedly taken off suicide watch just days before his death, despite showing clear signs of distress. His cellmate was conveniently transferred. The guards assigned to him were reportedly asleep or had left their post. This isn't just negligence. It feels like deliberate orchestration. It feels like a stage was being set. Epstein was no ordinary prisoner. He was a man who held the most valuable currency on earth. Secrets. Not just gossip or rumors, but hard evidence. Names, dates, locations, and explicit details linking the highest echelons of power in a web of blackmail and control. His network wasn't built on friendship. It was built on leverage. This infamous little black book wasn't just an address book. It was a weapon. It was a tool of manipulation and a master key to unlocking power and influence on a global scale. How did a man with no official political position and no military rank accumulate such breathtaking influence? The answer lies in his connections. His web extended to royalty, presidents, titans of finance, and Hollywood celebrities. This access gave him an all-access pass to the world's inner sanctums, and he exploited every single one of them. He wasn't just a socialite. He was a collector of secrets, a master of a shadow game where the stakes were prestige, power, and reputation. Investigations have since revealed the true nature of Epstein's sprawling properties. His luxurious estates, secluded mansions, and even his infamous private island nicknamed Pedophile Island. By locals were not just playgrounds for the rich and famous, they were meticulously designed traps. Hidden cameras, coerced testimonies, and calculated cover-ups paint a chilling picture of an orchestrated campaign of exploitation and data collection. He wasn't just committing crimes, he was gathering ammunition. He was building his arsenal of blackmail, one victim at a time, one powerful guest at a time. The real question isn't about what happened on those islands, but about what information Epstein collected there. And that leads us to the most crucial question of all. Who was pulling the strings? Epstein might have been the front man, the public face of this sinister operation. But who else was profiting from this hidden empire of control and secrecy? It's naive to believe he acted alone. His network was too vast, his resources too great. There were others who benefited from the leverage he held, who used his blackmail list to advance their own agendas. Was Epstein a king? Or was he just a pawn in a much bigger game, a disposable piece of a much larger conspiracy? Inside sources and leaked documents point to a truly terrifying possibility. That intelligence agencies, wealthy dynasties, and political powerhouses all had a stake in keeping Epstein's secrets buried. The blackmail list wasn't just a ledger. It was a key to unimaginable leverage. The kind of leverage that can topple governments, swing elections, and manipulate global markets. A tool so valuable that it was worth any price to keep out of the public's hands. This is why the FBI and Department of Justice investigations were reportedly hampered, stalled, and in some cases, outright obstructed. Whistleblowers from within the system have come forward, warning of intimidation, threats, and a powerful cabal working tirelessly to prevent the truth from seeing the light of day. The fear of exposure was not limited to a few celebrities. It went to the very heart of the global establishment. Could Epstein's death have been orchestrated by those who feared exposure? It seems the only logical conclusion. Eliminating him was the only way to ensure the names in the Black Book remained safe. But silencing Epstein didn't erase the secrets. It only ignited a firestorm of suspicion and a public demand for answers that will not be silenced. Attempts to locate the blackmail list have been met with dead ends, missing evidence, and institutional stonewalling. Some believe the ledger exists digitally, hidden behind layers of encryption and guarded by shadowy operatives. Others claim it was destroyed immediately after his death to protect the guilty. But the truth is, a secret like that doesn't just disappear, it leaves a trail. And fragments of that truth have been leaking out. Through sealed court documents, through witness testimonies that have gone largely ignored, and through the tireless work of independent journalists. The web is vast, extending far beyond the initial high-profile names. It reaches into governments, multinational corporations, and even the highest levels of the British monarchy. This isn't a small, contained scandal. It's a global octopus with tentacles reaching into every corner of power. Epstein's mysterious financier and accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell, his other associates hold crucial pieces of the puzzle. But many of them remain silent, terrified and threatened by the reach of the powerful. Their legal battles and plea deals seem to protect more than just the accused. They protect entire systems, entire networks of complicity. The media's role in this saga is complicated and often contradictory. Some outlets have bravely exposed the scandal, while others have minimized or ignored key details, treating it as little more than a celebrity sideshow. This uneven coverage fuels speculation about censorship and a deliberate effort to control the narrative, to ensure the full scope of the conspiracy never reaches a mainstream audience. But the public is waking up. Social media, independent journalists, and grassroots investigations are keeping the pressure alive, demanding transparency and accountability. The Epstein files may be hidden, but they refuse to stay silent forever. We, the public, are the final guardrail, the last line of defense against the truth being buried forever. The story of Jeffrey Epstein challenges us to confront the uncomfortable and often terrifying truth about power, privilege, and corruption. It forces us to ask who really runs the world, and at what cost to justice and human dignity. This isn't just about one man or a single scandal. It's about a system built on secrets, exploitation, and the ruthless protection of those at the top. The Little Black Book is more than a list of names. It's a symbol of control. It represents the lengths some will go to maintain power, using blackmail as a weapon to silence dissent and manipulate global events. Behind closed doors, deals were made, favors exchanged, and lives were destroyed. Epstein's empire was a shadow government of sorts, a parallel world operating under a different set of rules, where the official laws of the land were meaningless. What would happen if the full contents of the blackmail list ever came to light? Could it topple governments, destroy entire multinational corporations, or spark a global reckoning that would forever change our perception of the world? The risk of exposure keeps many players locked in silence, but history shows that no secret remains buried forever. The truth has a way of rising to the surface, like a body in a shallow grave. We owe it to the victims, to justice, and to ourselves to keep digging, demanding truth and accountability, no matter how powerful the opposition. As new revelations continue to emerge, the story of Jeffrey Epstein becomes a mirror reflecting the dark underbelly of society's elite. His death may have silenced him, but it can't silence the truth. The blackmail list haunts the halls of power, a ghost waiting to be unmasked, its contents a ticking time bomb poised to explode. Every stone overturned, every secret revealed, brings us closer to understanding the true scope of this shadow empire. The Epstein files are not just a scandal. They're a warning about corruption, complicity, and the terrifying cost of silence. The world must remain vigilant, refusing to let this story be buried or forgotten. Because the little black book is more than ink and paper. It's a testament to a system that uses fear to govern. And only by exposing it completely can we hope to break free from its grip and demand a world where justice truly prevails.